Hello, happy new year. I can't believe it's January 2nd already. What have you done at the beginning of the year to start off right? Well, I got to tell you, January 1st, I took some time I got this new planner. I'll just show it with you guys real quick. They distributed this planner only to several people to test it out and see how it works. It's called the Evo Planner. And I checked out to be an alchemist. I don't really know what that means, but I'm an alchemist. Hello, Sylvia. How are you doing, girlfriend? And so I have this planner, and I don't know about you, but I have tried many, many planners in my life. And in my mastermind group, we actually went through a period of time where we were all trying all these different planners so we could find out which one worked best for each of us. And the thing that I discovered along that way is that everybody thinks differently. We all learn differently. And this planner actually seems pretty cool. It's guaranteed to work for me because like I said, I'm an alchemist, which I don't really know what that means again, but it's guaranteed to work for me because it matches up with my personality type, I guess. So we're going to find out. Yesterday was day 1. Today was day 2, and I have done something with it both days. But today I'm here to talk about success. You know, what is success? And let me take this thing off of the screen there. There we go. So what is success? What does success mean to you? So success has a different meaning to everybody. And what does it mean to you? If you want to drop in the comments below what it means, I'd love to hear from you. Sylvia, oh, I am an alchemist. I got to look up the word and see what the heck it means because I just don't know what it means. So I'll have to check that out and see what it means. But, thank you so much for joining me. And, today, one thing I'm planning on doing is to helping you discover what you can do differently in 2018 that will make your life different and better than it has ever been. So are you up for that? Let's do it. Before I get started, I want to share with you guys that I'm going to be speaking at an event called Massive Success Breakthrough. Go to attendmsb.com and get your tickets. It's February 9th through 11th in San Diego. I'll be speaking on the main stage, and I'll be speaking for 30 minutes. I got a 30-minute slot, so it's kind of like a keynote speak-ish. I'm not the keynote speaker, but I'm one of the keynotes that's speaking at the event. I'm super duper excited about that. If you know anybody who's been complaining about their life and like, I just want things to be different, I want things to be better, please share this out with them, and share it on your timeline or share it out with specific people, however you want to do that. I don't really believe in the tagging thing. I don't think that's really the right way to do things. I actually did a video about that yesterday about tagging. And I was talking to one of my coaches today, and she also was talking about tagging and how it's just really not the best way to go about it. Hello, Kristen. Good to see you, girl. Aren't you at work right now? So we're going to talk today about success. And I'm going to share with you a little bit of my journey. And if you don't mind, I'm going to run over to my PowerPoint slide that I prepared here. And I'm going to share that with you guys so that I can talk about success and share with you the go. I don't know. I got to figure this out. Okay, here we go. I believe I am sharing these slides. So let me double check really quick because this is my first time using Be Live this way where I'm actually sharing some slides. So let me see what's happening. Hopefully it's working so that way that what I'm talking about makes sense. But I'll assume, hold on. There. Now I am sharing my slides. Okay. Yay. I love learning new gadgets. How do you guys like learning new gadgets? I think you're taking the week off. Cool, Kristen. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here today. But you're learning new gadgets. It's a lot of fun for me. So today we're going to talk about, planning for a successful 2018. What I'd like you to do is in the comments below, I want you to drop, tell us where you are from and what you do. And if you're watching on the replay, if you can comment with the word replay, that would be fantastic as well. But also please drop in the comments below, letting us know where you are from and what it is that you do and who do you help. Let us know, because the reason I love to share this is because I might know a person who needs your services, but I won't know that if I don't know what your services are or who you help. So go ahead and tell us that in the comments below, okay? Now, today, you are in the right place, and I want to make sure this is working. Hold on. Okay, I see it's working. Yay, that's good. You're in the right place if you have big dreams and you have a desire to make more money and make a larger impact on the world. Is that you? Is that you? Say yes in the comments below, okay? And you are ready to make the changes necessary, because as you probably know, that if you don't make any changes, everything is going to remain the same. It's going to stay the way it currently is. But the thing is that maybe you don't know the steps to take, right? Well, I've got a big, big promise for you today. And let's see, we're going to check in really quick here. We're going to see what's going on. Sylvia is a love coach. She's here in San Diego, and she actually belonged to my mastermind. She serves women all over the world to find their true love. And boy, does she. So I know that now by looking at Sylvia's right, I know she helps women, and she's a coach. She's here in San Diego, but she's not limited to her space of San Diego. She can help women all over the world because she does this virtually. So thank you, Sylvia. Thank you so much. And Kristen's a crypto queen. Woo, woo. You got to check her out, man. If you're interested in cryptocurrency and learning about mining cryptocurrency, check out Kristen. She can help you out with that because it's really awesome. So my promise for you today is that I am going to talk about the action steps that are needed to turn your vision into your reality. I'm going to share with you how you're going to make more money while also making a greater impact. I'm going to share with you how to position yourself as the authority in your space. And then we're going to talk about taking action and making it happen. Because you know what? You can hope and dream all you want. But if you take no action, if there is no action behind it, it is not going to happen. And then focusing on what's important. That was one of the biggest things for me. Oh my gosh, the biggest thing I learned in 2017 was the focusing on what's important. Okay, I'm going to stop in here. We got Marissa. She's posted, hers is really, really big here. So it takes up a lot of space there. I'm going to see if I can read it all. Okay, here we go. Her name is Marissa, and she's a digital strategist with a specialization in social media. So everything happens quicker than we want it to. Boy, is that the case or what, huh? Social media is no different. I think social media is probably the biggest culprit in my mind of things happening faster and faster every single day. You know that having a digital presence online is important for your long-term business goals, but you can't keep up. Connect with me and I'll guide you in the right direction. Awesome, Marissa. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you stopping in and checking out the video. So again, if you feel that there is going to be any value for you or your friends or whatever, of course, I know there's going to be tons of value here. So share it out, please, so that we can spread the word and we can help other people have a very successful 2018 as well. So these are the things we're going to cover today. Now, I wanted to share with you who I am, and my name is Lynda. You probably know that because it says it on the screen. But I became a best-selling author. As some of you know, I wrote a book called The Year of Fears, and I'm also in a collaborative book called Footsteps of the Fearless, and I'm putting together a collaborative book for anybody who is interested called Fearless Entrepreneurs. So if you are an entrepreneur, which I'm assuming you are, if you're here especially live on a Tuesday at 2:30 p.m. Pacific time, I'm assuming you're an entrepreneur because you're not chained to the desk, right? So if you're interested in learning more about my book, drop down in the comments below collab or collaborate or something like that. So I know you're interested in learning more about being in the book, Fearless Entrepreneurs. So anyway, it's bestseller, and it's so awesome because Thursday I became bestseller for my own book, The Year of Fears. It's my first book that I've done on my own. And then I'm a motivational speaker. I do a lot of live videos. I've done almost 1,900 live videos in the last year and a half, almost 2 years now. I founded a company called Living Live, and that's my current company. I am a coach, and I've helped over 230 people do live videos. They've been absolutely awesome, and I love helping people. But you know what? It wasn't always this way, and this is me on the right-hand side with the Groucho. Is that Groucho? Not Groucho. I can't. Oscar the Grouch, and with Cookie Monster, my favorite Cookie Monster. And then my friend Trisha in the Kiss Me, I'm Irish shirt. And I've known Trisha since second grade. It's been really awesome. Let's see here. Let's see. Marissa says, cool feature with the comments on the screen. Isn't it? I love it. This is Be Live. It's free. You can do it for free. There's like a time limitation if you do it for free. But check it out, Marissa. It's BELIVE.TV. go check it out. It's really amazing. So this is me with Trisha, and this is us in 11th grade, I believe, 10th or 11th grade. But, you know, I haven't always had the life of, you know, I haven't always had the life of, you know, being a speaker or a coach or all of these awesome things, because I grew up in a very abusive, alcoholic household. So this picture that you're seeing here of me with my friend Trisha, this was actually a very tumultuous time in my life. I was, you know, like 16 years old, and teenage years are hard for anybody, I believe. You know, for most people, you know, going through that time of change in life, and like where we think we know it all, but we don't really know it all, but we think we do. And then, you know, challenging authority and all that stuff. But I grew up in a very abusive household, and my first marriage was to someone that was just like my dad. You know, it's a saying, right? We marry somebody just like our dad. And so I did do that. Well, the thing is that my first husband, on a daily basis, daily basis, he used to tell me how stupid I was. And he would tell me that nobody liked me. People are only nice to me because they felt sorry for me, you know? And here's the thing that really sucked about that is I believed him. I heard it every single day. So I actually absolutely believed him. But you know what? I don't condemn him or my dad for the life that I grew up with. You know, I actually have forgiven both of them for that. But, you know, my ex-husband and I, we have 2 kids together. And after 2 of the absolute longest years of my life, I made the smart decision. I made a decision to change him. To leave him. And, you know, I didn't have a plan of action, but all I knew was that my life was going to be different. I had no idea what I was going to do, but it was not going to be what I was doing. So I made that decision to change my life, and I walked out on him. I had my son on my hip, my daughter, she was 4 weeks old. My son was 14 months old. My daughter was 4 weeks old, and I had her in the carrying case. I had a diaper bag and a purse, and that was it. I walked out and I did not look back. You know, I became a single mom. And what do single moms do? Well, some single moms start dating because they want to find the man, right? Now, that's what I did. I decided I wanted to find the man of my life. So I started dating, and I dated a lot. And as Sylvia loves to talk about, is, you know, kissing a lot of frogs. I certainly did kiss a lot of frogs along the way. And my whole mission, though, was to find a father for my kids. But here was the deal. Nobody wanted a woman who had these 2 little kids. They wanted to date me for, you know, 2 or 3 times, and then they dumped me. So I was like a date and dump. And that went on for really close to like 2.5 to 3 years. And, you know, I literally was a doormat. And so have you ever felt in your life like, you know, everybody was against me? Like I totally felt like everybody was against me, you know, and I hated my life. I hated myself. And I didn't really realize that until just recently, that I hated myself, you know, until I started looking more introspectively and looking through my life during my journey this last couple of years. But so after 3 years of dating a bunch of turds, I decided, you know, I'm going to take some time off. I read a book. I heard about this book. So I picked it up and I read it. And 6 months after reading this book, I met the man of my dreams. Oh, wait, there he is, Scott. He is so handsome, isn't he? Well, here we are, you know, 29 years later, we're still together. We're approaching our 30th year anniversary, but 29 years later, we're still together, and our marriage is stronger and stronger than it ever was before. Well, here is where some things started kind of changing for me is, you know, I guess I didn't want my ex-husband to be proven right. So I did all I could to change my life. And what I did is throughout the years, like after leaving him and stuff, in these last 54 years of my life, I'm 54, you know, I've had 49 jobs. I've almost had an equivalent of 1 job per year that I'm alive. But each job led to more money and more responsibility. So I was moving up. But, you know, here's what I started thinking, realizing recently is that if I was so stupid, how could I move up, right? So my ex-husband was wrong. He was so wrong. But I totally believed him at the time when he told me how dumb I was. So no matter how many times that Scott told me how brilliant I am, I was still playing that broken record from that first marriage. And you know how you're dumb, you're stupid. People feel sorry for you. So anyway, after 49 jobs and 20 of those years, were as a legal secretary at 7 different law firms. I landed the ultimate job as a legal secretary. I made my way to the top. Literally, this picture here on the left is me at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C. So for a legal secretary, the top job you can have is working in the Supreme Court. Well, in California, we don't have a Supreme Court. We have the Circuit Court, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which is the #2 court in the entire nation. Well, I got a job there working for the #1 judge in the entire district. So I had the ultimate job you could possibly have as a legal secretary. So was I stupid? No, not stupid at all. I'm very smart, right? But I believed my ex-husband throughout a lot of this process. But so as I tell you this story, I had been hired by the judge, and I will later tell you why he hired me, even though he shouldn't have. And here was the cool part. My starting salary was $25,000 more than they initially offered me. But something happened. I realized after about 6 months that I wasn't really enjoying it too much. I was kind of unfulfilled. So in 2014, I hired a life coach, Liz Stone. And after working with her for just 5 months, in 2014, November, I decided to quit my job. I came home one day and I told my husband, I'm quitting my job and we are going to sell the house. Well, first he was like, no, we're not going to sell the house. And I said, we have to, because I need to fulfill this dream, because I'm not being fulfilled at work. And there's so much more to life. So much more is meant for me to do. So our house had been in my family since I was 2 years old. And my husband, I had bought it from my mom right before she passed away. And we went ahead and sold the house. Like he said, okay, I know you can do it. You're amazing. You're going to make the best of it. And let's go out there and go do it. So I was going to follow my dream and my passion of helping people. But here was the deal. I didn't know what that meant or how I was going to do it. All I knew, again, just kind of like my first marriage, all I knew was I was not going to do that anymore, but I didn't know what I was going to do. So maybe not the best move, but it was the move that I needed to make for me at that time. But since I had no idea what I was going to do, I decided to hire more coaches to help me. So the first coach helped me figure out like who I was as a person, right? So then I decided I needed to hire more coaches to help me figure out what I was going to do for making money and how I was going to make a business and follow my passion and turn my passion into a business. Whoop, whoop. Love it. So, I couldn't have done any of this without my coaches. And here I am 3 years later and I'm doing it. I'm living the life I want to live. And it's absolutely amazing. And I still have 2 coaches and I believe firmly in coaching. And my hope is that I'll continue to have coaches for the rest of my life, because there are so many different types of coaches that can help you out with so many different things. Now, here's the deal. I've paid tens of thousands of dollars on coaches and mentors. I think when I figured it out the other day, it was like $75,000 in 3 years on coaches. But I got to tell you, it has been worth every single dollar that I've spent. I have no idea what I'd been doing today if I hadn't made that decision to leave my job, and change my life. But if you think about it, football players, baseball players, basketball players, Olympians, even Tony Robbins and Les Brown, they all have coaches. They have coaches because we all need coaches. So I was all over the place for a long time, probably for the first at least 2.5 years. I was all over the place, and I would hire one coach, and then another coach, then another coach. At one time, I had 4 coaches at the same time. I do not advise this because unless you kind of know what you want, I still was trying to figure things out, still trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But I finally found the right coach to help me. And after $75,000 on coaching, on mastermind programs, on 3-day events, 5-day events, 7-day events, workshops, seminars, webinars, you name it, I have attended every single thing you can imagine. But after all of that, I'm finally focused on exactly what it is I do. And here was a discovery I made, is that I have an ability to help people break through their fears. And I actually discovered this when I started my journey. But I didn't know if there was a way to help people out that they would actually pay for that. So I had to go on my entire journey for the last, 3 years to get myself to this place. Well, in January of 2015, it was January 1st, 2015, I woke up that morning and I said, what can I do differently? Now, remember, in August of 2014, I hired a life coach. In November of 2014, I quit my job to embark on this journey that I had no idea what was going to happen. Well, January 1st, 2015, I woke up and I said, what can I do differently this year? And I said, oh, I know what. Every single day, I will wake up and say, what scares you? And then I will do it. And that's what I did. So I embarked on the year of fears. Now, that time it didn't have a name. It was just, I'm just going to do something that scares me every single day. Now, it wasn't that I didn't do anything like eating bugs or, doing any things like Fear Factor or anything like that, because those, for me, those weren't going to help me with what I needed to accomplish in my life for my mission. My mission was to learn who I am and to become a stronger person internally. And this wasn't about external things like what I was going to do externally, but this was about what I could do internally to change my life. So I embarked on that journey. And so here are some of the things that I started doing is I started speaking on stage. And I became more and more confident with, I don't want to say every day, but, after each month or two, I, became much more confident. But I started speaking on stage. I've been on the news a couple times. One of the things I did that was external is I did trapeze. And you guys, if you have never done trapeze, oh my God, it's so scary. For me, the scariest part was actually climbing up the ladder because it's really, really skinny and it shakes with every single step you take. And then once I finally got up on top and got on the bar, I wasn't so bad off. But oh man, I swear it felt like it took me a half hour to climb up the ladder. It was probably more like, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, but it felt like a half hour. It was absolutely crazy. But I became even more confident as I started doing live videos. And this young man on the bottom left-hand side, his name is Ryan. And Ryan is the reason I do so many videos. Well, one day asked me, Ryan was born with cerebral palsy, and I've known him since the day he was born. His mom and I have been best friends. Trisha, the one that showed in the picture earlier, she and I have been best friends since second grade. So Ryan asked me one day if I would do a video for him. And this was before live videos. So I hesitatingly did this video for him. I did not want to do it. I was absolutely terrified to do it, but I did it anyway. And then after I did that and uploaded it to Facebook, and he watched it and he really enjoyed it. And so the next day he said, Lynda, will you do a video for me every day? And I looked at him and I was like, yes, Ryan, I will. So I started doing videos every single day, and none of my videos had any purpose except to basically say hi to Ryan and to talk to him and just do videos for him because I was fulfilling this obligation. Well, that's been 3.5 years now. April will be 4 years, and it's been 3.5 years, and it's so exciting because it's really changed my life doing these videos. They've helped me become more confident. And one of the things I wanted to do that I started doing is so exciting, and I wouldn't have done it had it not been for the videos. And that was that I used to tell people that I wanted to be just like Ellen DeGeneres and have my own talk show. Well, I started my own talk show. It's not a huge show like Ellen's or anything, but it's my own show. And I talk about the things that I want to talk about, and I interview people. And there's something called micro celebrity. So if you think about it, we don't all have to be famous in order to be successful, right? We just need to have some people that are interested in what we're doing and that they want to pay us for that so that we can do what we do and we can help them change their lives. Well, doing the videos has been one of the things that has been there, that has done that for me. Okay, then in 2015, I attended this event called Secret Knock, and it was so awesome. I met some absolutely incredible people who believe in me and my abilities and who think in abundance instead of thinking in lack. Now, I grew up in an abusive household where, lack was the thing that we always talked about. I mean, I don't want to say we talked about it, but we just lived in lack. Everything was like, there's not enough money. Money doesn't grow on trees. We don't know if we're going to eat next week, let alone, eat tomorrow. So, things were really hard financially speaking. And so I grew up with that mindset. Now, the Rich Dad, Poor Dad author, Guy Kawasaki, he says, instead of saying, I can't afford it, say, how can I afford it? Right. So anyway, I attended Secret Knock, and it was an absolutely amazing event where I've met so many incredible people. And I'll show a picture of some of those that I met, in a second here. But then I also attended this event called CEO Space. So this is all part of my year of fears. I'll tell you a really short story about CEO Space and what it was like when I first attended that, because I've been now 5 times since. But the first time I attended it, first of all, it was a very expensive event. Secret Knock's expensive. CEO Space was expensive. But I just kept thinking, you know what? I deserve this. I've lived my whole life, struggling, and I so much deserve to spend some money on my own personal development. So I started, attending these types of events, Secret Knock, CEO Space. So anyway, CEO Space, I showed up at CEO Space a couple days before the actual conference started, and I literally sat in I wish I had a picture of this because, man, boy, a sad case I was. I literally sat in my room for 2.5 days. I didn't go out. I ordered room service because I didn't want to go out. I did not shower for 2.5 days. It didn't change my clothes. I was literally in my pajamas for 2.5 days in my room in Las Vegas. I could have been at home for 2.5 days instead. But no, I was in that room. I paid for it, so I was going to be there. So what happened was, after 2.5 days, it was 11 a.m. I mean, this is like so vivid in my mind because it was huge, very important event for me. So literally it was 11 a.m. and I said, what the hell are you doing? You paid all this money to be here. You're up here in your room, not taking advantage of meeting anybody, because they have a mixer 2 nights in a row before the event actually starts. And not only a mixer, but they have some training classes that go on. So I missed all the training classes. I missed all the mixers. I missed all my opportunities to meet all these people because I was terrified to go down there, because I thought that they were going to see through me and they were going to see the fraud that I am, that Lynda is not a CEO. What is she doing here? This is exactly what I was telling myself for 2.5 days, and it was really hard on me. I was crying. I was just, oh my God, I was eating like crazy. When you, like, I don't know about you, but when I'm stressed, I eat like crazy, and I was eating junk food. I was eating junk food like crazy, hamburgers, French fries, candy bars after candy bars after candy bars. And I was just having room service send me up food. I was just gorging myself. It was crazy. And this was all because I didn't believe that I belonged there. And this was one of the most important experiences I actually had in this last several years, because this one experience here taught me who I am and how I do belong. And so what happened was, after 2.5 days, 11 a.m., I said, you know what? Take a shower, brush your teeth, take a shower, brush your teeth, get your ass down there and just walk in there like you belong. And so I did. I walked in there like I belonged, and nobody noticed I was late. Nobody thought anything low of me, bad of me. Nobody even knew what my actual status was. Nobody, because all they knew was that I was a human being, and they were all there to learn and grow just like I was. So what happened after these 2 events is, on the top left there is a Jonah White. He's the guy who created the Billy Bob teeth, the really crazy teeth that people wear for Halloween. Next to that one is me with Frank Shankwitz. He's a co-founder of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm sure you've heard of the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I'm sure you have heard of UGG boots. And so they're with me with the yellow top. I'm in the yellow top is Brian Smith, and he's the founder of UGG boots. So, I met him as well. On the bottom left there, I've met, Les Brown, international motivational speaker. He's a phenomenon. I had lunch with him. Absolutely amazing guy. Then Greg Reed, he's the co-founder of Secret Knock Prosperity Camp. He's the author of 60 plus books. He's been commissioned by the Napoleon Hill Foundation to carry on Napoleon Hill's legacy. And then also next to there is Lena Yanchilova. She's beach volleyball Olympic athlete. And then lastly, on the bottom right-hand side is me with Bill Walton, basketball Hall of Famer. It's funny. He's a 6'11" and he would not bend down. I was like, Bill, can you bend down for a picture? And he's like, no, I never bend down for pictures. It's my signature. And I'm like, okay, I get it. That's totally cool. But if it had not been for me taking this journey to face my fears, Most of this stuff right here in these pictures happened in 2015. If it had not been for me embarking on that journey of facing my fears in 2015, I would not have met those people. Oh, Kristen, I met you later. I didn't meet you in 2015, girl. I think I met you last year. So anyway, that's those people there. So what I just wanted to share them with you because, like I said, if it hadn't been, and then this Friday, oh my gosh, well, I wouldn't have written my book, The Year of Fears. I wouldn't have become a best-selling author. I wouldn't have met Kristen Miracle, I wouldn't have met all you guys. I wouldn't have met Sylvia. Oh my gosh, the way I met Sylvia is absolutely amazing. So you guys, I wouldn't have done any of this stuff because I would have been just sticking to being who I had been being. And who I had been being is a person who was terrified to do anything outside of the norm because I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want to be heard. My dad used to say kids are better seen than heard. I'm a singer and we were not allowed to sing at home because something might happen where mom might get in trouble. And so, I wanted to make sure, as I was growing up that I didn't do anything that would get mom in trouble. So here's the biggest mistake that most people make when they're embarking on their journey, and I made this mistake so I can speak to it. And that is not knowing your why. Like, what is your purpose for being here on earth? I knew that I was supposed to be doing something different, but I didn't know why. And I didn't really know what, right? All I knew was that I had a passion for helping people. And I wanted to help as many people as I could, but I didn't know what that meant. And I didn't know why I had that purpose. So discovering my why was very important. So there's an exercise I'd like you guys to do, and it's called the 7 levels of why. So I want you to take out a notepad or a paper, pen, notebook, whatever you use to jot down information. I still use pen and paper because I'm a tactile learner. And when I write things down, I actually remember them a lot easier than if I don't write them down. So that's how I do it. But I want you to write down 7 levels of why. Now I'm going to switch back to me. Hold on a second here. What's going on here? Oh, hold on. What am I doing wrong here? There's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, I found it. Okay. Switch back to me for a second here. Okay, the 7 levels of why. This is such a cool exercise to do. And what you do is you ask yourself, like I'll use Sylvia as an example because Sylvia is a love coach. So as a love coach, Sylvia, I want you to ask yourself this question. Why do I feel the need to help other people find love in their life? And then what you do is you answer that question. When you come up with that answer, you go down another level. And let's say, for example, I'm just going to use an example. Maybe I can ask you, Sylvia, if you're still there, if you can write down, why do you feel that it's so important for you to share with other women how they can find the love of their life? So let's assume she answers. I don't know if she's still on, but so let's say her answer is because I found the love of my life. Okay, so then you have to go further. The next question would be, okay, because you found the love of your life, why is it important for you to share that message with other women? Well, maybe her answer is because I didn't really have love until I was, older, because I know that she met her husband when she was a little bit older and he was a little bit older. So maybe her answer is something like that. Okay, well, why is it important for you to share with other women how to find the love of their life? And then you just keep drilling it down. And it usually goes about 7 levels. Some of mine went 5 levels. Some of mine went 8 or 9 levels, but it's like an average. So here's what I did. So the recommendation is to do that exercise. But here's what I did. I went deeper because I wanted to find out why I was doing everything I was doing. So I literally spent 2 weeks drilling down on my levels of why. So my first level of why was, why do I want to help people? Well, because I just feel this need to help people. Well, why do you feel this need to help people? Well, I feel this need to help people because I've gone through a lot of crap in my life. Well, why is it important for you to help these people just because you've gone through a lot of crap in your life? Well, it's important to me because I don't want them to go through the amount of crap that I went through in my life. Okay, well, why is that important? Why do you not want them to go through that kind of crap? Because it's painful. Well, why is it painful? Then well, because there's so many things I experienced in my life that caused this pain. So mine actually drilled down to one moment in my life. And most of mine drilled down to this one moment. And I'm going to share it with you really quickly. And that is that I remember specifically my daughter, my sister and I, my little sister and I, she's a year younger than me. We're huddled on the bed together and I am protecting her. So I got her held like this and I'm protecting her because my dad is out in the living room yelling at my mom again and hitting her and throwing stuff around the house and making a mess of the entire house. But I was protecting my little sister. So for me, because I was protecting my sister, I feel this need to protect people. And so how can I protect them? Well, this is one of the ways I can do that, is that's to help them break through those fears that they have. Because once you break through your fears, your life starts to open and things start to change. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to go back to the slides here and hopefully that's helpful. So I want you to drill down your 7 levels of why and do it in every area of your life, your personal life, your business life, your work life. Just drill it down as far as you can and figure out what are the levels for you. Okay. So the next one is the big mistake. Number 2 is fear. Fear is something that really stops a lot of us, right? So fear, procrastination, and perfectionism. So I share with you, have you heard of the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? It's an amazing, amazing book. Well, when we talk about that piece of literature, Think and Grow Rich, we always talk about the success principles. We talk about achievement. We talk about the riches of life. Yet most of the time we miss the greatest principle Napoleon Hill was an advocate of. And it is actually the entire was dedicated to the 6 ghosts of fear. The reason is because fear is so prominent and fear is something we all have. But when we can break through those fears, we can totally change our life. You see, fear is what holds us back. Fear is what keeps us from doing what we want to do. And fear is the single most obstacle that gets you from where you are now to where you're going to go. So if you can break that fear and get rid of that fear, then you can go on to bigger and better things. But you got to be willing to break through the fears. So maybe there's some of the fears that you have that you don't even really realize that you have, but that's something we're going to work on in the year of fears, okay? So the biggest thing that holds people back really is fear and time. So a lot of times, here's my clients. I've found some of the fears that have really stopped them. And that's the fear of asking their worth, the fear of just saying no. Oh my gosh, the fear of saying yes because you might be successful, the fear of judgment, the fear of failure and success, the fear of, if you're on a job still, the fear of asking for a raise. Like I shared, I went into my job working for the Court of Appeals making $25,000 more than they offered me because I asked for more money. So I didn't have that fear. I had that fear years and years ago, but I don't now because I've learned how to work through my fears. It's fear of trying something new. That's another fear that a lot of people experience. So Gandhi said, the enemy is fear. We think it's hate, but it's actually fear. A lot of times we hear that fear is the false evidence appearing real. Well, I've actually changed that because through my journey of doing something fearful every day for an entire year, I discovered that when I had faith in what I was doing, that it actually erased the fear. So I came up with fear erases anxious reactions. Again, that's fear erases anxious reactions. That's my definition of fear because I said fear. I'm sorry, faith. Faith erases anxious reactions because when you have full faith and desire in what you're doing, it's going to erase that fear or it's going to weaken your fear. So if your faith and desire is strong, your fear is weak. So the third biggest mistake is that sometimes you try to do it all by yourself. But here's the deal: is if you will get all you want in life if you help other people get what they want. So collaborating with people, doing done-for-you courses, where somebody else helps you with the hard parts that you don't know how to do. It really saves you a lot of time. Doing things yourself is really stressful and hard. Another thing is coaches. Coaches really help you. So coaches are going to help you take the actions needed to turn your vision into your reality. So if you're realistic about things, you know that your final outcome is going to be Z, right? You're going to start at point A and you want to get to point Z. But what are B, C, D, E, F, G, H, through the alphabet? Well, maybe you need a coach to help you with that because you're not sure, right? So making more money while you're making a greater impact can happen by following your passion, and the money will come because you're so passionate about what you do that you'll devote your time and energy into it just simply out of passion. And then by positioning yourself as an authority, coaches can also help you with that. And also coaches can help you focus on what's important. Focus, Focus. Oh my gosh, that acronym. Follow one course until successful, you guys. How is that? I love it. It's one of my favorite. It's absolutely one of my favorite acronyms that I use right now, because when I find myself getting off course, which happens frequently because I have the squirrel syndrome that I'm sure that some of you have as well. But the squirrel syndrome makes you get off course, right? So what I remind myself is to focus and to follow one course until I'm successful at whatever it is that I'm working on. So if you're only half as smart as I am, you will still be able to do what I've done in 3 years. You'll be able to do it 2 times as fast because I'm going to shortcut all of the mistakes that I made, the $75,000 I spent on coaching and all that, mentors and stuff. I'm going to short circuit that for you because I have figured out a quicker way to do all this stuff because I've spent all that time already doing it. I went through a lot of bumps and bruises, and I'm going to help you through that. So if you think about it, the poor spend their time saving money, whereas the rich spend their money saving time. So one of my mentors, Chris Duncan, he was telling me a story about how he pays somebody to walk his dog. He pays somebody actually to feed his dog. Now he pets his dog because somebody can't pet his dog for him, but he pays people to do the things that he would spend time doing because he knows that he makes a lot more money doing what he does. And he gets a lot more enjoyment and reward out of doing what he does than he does, walking his dog or feeding his dog. Now, there's some dog walkers out there that actually get really great enjoyment out of that, but Chris doesn't. So he pays somebody to do that. Now, time is the commodity that we'll never get back, right? So by Chris spending some of his money to save him time, he actually bought time. That's the only way you can buy time, is by having somebody else do the stuff that you don't really enjoy doing. Okay, and then the biggest mistake, number 4, is in not having authority in your space. So how can you get authority, and how can you get instant credibility? How can you be seen as the expert? Well, becoming an authority in your niche, one of those ways is by speaking. So you show up at an event and you speak, and then people see you as an expert. By doing live videos, by doing webinars, by becoming an author, best-selling author, maybe a #1 best-selling author. That's what I'm shooting for next. I'm writing my next book already. By holding seminars, workshops, building your tribe, write that book, because I just wrote mine, so I'm like, I want to tout that a lot. And then getting on TV appearances. So those are some of the ways that you can establish authority for yourself so that you can become instantly credible. And that's awesome, right? We need credibility. Even though you're a credible person, still, if people don't know about you, they haven't heard anything that you're doing, then they don't know about you, then you don't have authority in that space. Now, Kristen says, I have a housekeeper and a gardener. Awesome. I love it. Yeah, gardening. Oh man, that is very time consuming. If it's not making you money and you don't really enjoy doing it, hiring somebody to do it while you spend your time doing something that can make you money that you're enjoying is much, much better. And same with housekeeping as well. Right? I love it. I love it. Thank you, Kristen, for that input. The 5th business mistake. Again, so again, I'm going to recap really quickly. The #1 is not knowing your why. Number 2 is fear. Number 3 is trying to do it all by yourself. Number 4 is not being the authority in your space. And number 5 is not putting yourself out there. So you want to do it, but you're not doing it. Why are you not doing it? You want to be successful, but you're not willing to put yourself out there. Why is that? Think about it. You're sitting on your hands waiting for it to happen to you. It's not going to happen until you take action. Now, remember, with fear, when you have desire and faith, when they are strong, your fear is weak. So what are you afraid of? Is your desire strong enough? If so, you'll take the action and you'll change your life. If nothing changes, everything stays the same. I was having lunch with Les Brown one day, and he reminded me that, and I love this when he says is, you got to be hungry. Well, without the hunger or the desire or the faith, you're going to keep doing what you're doing, and you'll be in the same place next year as you are today. So who here is ready to make some changes in their life and make 2018 better than 2017? Please, in the comments below, type yes if you want to make a difference and you want to make some changes in your life so that your 2018 is better than any other year in your life. I'm going to type a yes later. What's it all about, Alfie? What's it all about? I don't know if that was in a movie or in a play or what, but I don't even know the rest of the words. That's it. What's it all about? Well, this is what it's all about, you guys. Oh my gosh. First, I'm going to share with you a couple of testimonials that I've got for some of the people I've helped along the way. So Jen Amos, I met her. I don't remember how I met her. It might have been online, but she's, we've known each other for a couple of years, and she's seen how much I established myself as an entrepreneur, this last couple of years. Well, in December 2016, she saw my true nature as an encouraging, supportive, patient, and inspiring professional. She had the opportunity to be part of my GSD video challenge. GSD stands for Get Shit Done, for those who are wondering. And I held a video challenge, a 31-day video challenge, December of 2016. And you know why I held that video challenge? Because I was challenging myself to put on a challenge. That's the only reason I did it. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did it. I did it. And Jen was one of the people who participated. So with the challenge, she was able to create a supportive environment of other professionals working to do daily Facebook Live videos for 31 days. Oh, she was talking about me. It was through the challenge that Jen was inspired to create her own Facebook Live show. And she posted some stats the other day, and she's had something like 8,000 views or something in 2017. It was amazing what she did with her own show. So at this point, in January of this is January 2017, she had only 2 episodes, but now she's had so many more. But she's had so much more engagement organically because videos work. And then Judy Fritz says, Lynda is caring, helpful, knowledgeable. I appreciate her energy. And then Valerie Fain, she loves the live video challenge class. She has, oh my gosh, she has improved her videos immensely. It's crazy because the very first one, you could barely hear her speak. It was like, hi, my name's Valerie. And she hardly say anything. Her videos were literally like 10 seconds long. And now she has a company called ola.com, which is onlineauction.com. And she is actually doing videos almost every single day, sharing some of the items that they have up for auction. She's not an auctioneer. Her husband actually is, so it's really cool. But she's not an auctioneer, but she goes and she does her videos. And it's because of that video challenge. So she's putting her company out there in a different way than they were doing before, but now she's doing it. And I had to share that story real quick because that's what Valerie did with her videos. And so she says, Lynda is an amazing, uplifting person. I love her encouraging words every day. I'm doing this challenge because I can. You should join. And then Sylvia, who was on here earlier, she was thinking today and realized when you mastermind with others, there are no excuses, no more buts, no more procrastination, no more putting others first. It's that time when you get to get shit done no matter what. Suddenly, everything is possible. You feel more than enough and capable to reach your wildest dreams. Finally, you've got the how. The rest is unlimited. Thanks, Lynda and friends at GSD. I'm so freaking ready for changing the world. And then Paula Githens, I love working with Lynda. She's encouraged me to step up and do this video challenge. I really appreciate that she's quick to follow up when I have a problem or a question. I actually got on a phone call with her and showed her exactly how to do videos because she didn't know how. She didn't know what buttons to push. And then Larian says, this morning I was feeling stuck and overwhelmed. I reached out to Lynda to help me work through it. She knew exactly what I was going through and talked me through it. Next thing I knew, I was no longer stuck. I put myself out there and did what she recommended I do, which is key, you guys. When you have a coach, you got to listen to them and do exactly what they tell you to do because they know what you need to do to help you become successful. She ended up meeting some amazing people and made a sale in 5 hours. Now, she was not going to go out and she was not going to do this sale, but I was like, here's what you got to do. And I told her exactly what to do. And she went out and she did it. And I said, you stay out there until you make a sale. And she did. It took her 5 hours, but she did it. She was very persistent. It was awesome because I reminded her of her why. She had totally forgotten what her why was. So Lynda made me realize that I could do it. I was getting in my own way. How often do we get in our own way? And then Maria says, Lynda, thank you for your authenticity and great sense of humor and for bringing people out of their comfort zone while keeping it fun along the way. Now, here's one thing I'll share with you guys really quickly is the comfort zone. We hear about the comfort zone all the time, and I strongly believe that the comfort zone actually, and I'm going to come on here. So the comfort zone we have is like, let's say this is the size of your comfort zone, and you do something today that's outside of your comfort zone. So you stretch out right here, right? What happens, this is what I believe, is that you've actually now expanded the size of your comfort zone. So that thing that you did that you were uncomfortable to do, it's now brought into that comfort zone. Your comfort zone has grown. So every day in 2015, when I did something that scared me, my comfort zone got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So till now, like now doing videos, I'm not scared to do them at all. I've been on TV appearances. When I speak, I'm not scared. I mean, I've done so many things that I'm not scared of. At a later time, I'll share with you guys a story about when I walked up to Frank Shankwitz, the co-founder of Make-A-Wish, and told him he was going to be a speaker at my event. You know, I was like, you're going to be the keynote speaker at my event. So I'll share that in a later video. But the thing is that each time we do something that scares us, our comfort zone actually enlarges. And I love to share it that way because it gives just a different visual on everything that's going on. Okay, and then next week, Christina Lynda, she says, I'm one of her favorite people to be around. My mentorship has made a huge impact in her business and therefore her life. And lastly, Kate says, Lynda is such an inspiration to me. She pushes me to reach farther than I ever thought possible personally and in business. Now here's Amanda, and I'm going to see if I can get Amanda's video to play. Oh, it's not going to let me. Wait. Hold on. Okay. Oh, it's not going to let me. Okay. Well, anyway, Amanda did a test. Oh, how do I go back? Amanda did a testimonial video, and she shares about how, I helped her. She had so many fears, and she owns a bookkeeping business, and she last year nearly doubled her income. And all of this was due to fears that she had. She told me just recently that she had been on government aid for 7 years. And because of my coaching, that she finally got off of government aid, fully 100% off of government aid. She's a distance runner. She runs, marathons, and I'm not sure if she does ultra marathons or what have you, but I know she's done like 50Ks, and she's getting ready to do a 50 miler and stuff like that. She has 2 boys, and she is on track, you guys, to triple her income this year in 2018. So going from government aid in 1 year to the following year, tripling her income. I'm so excited for Amanda, but her video testimonial, I'll drop a comment. I'll drop that in the comments later, a link to her video testimonial, because it's really cool. I love that video testimony because, it just really changed her life, and it's so amazing. So now, see this movie? Show me the money. Show me the money. So I want to share with you guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to share with you the Year of Fears, my program, the Year of Fears, because I just want to share what I'm doing, and hopefully it's something that you'll see that can help you as well. First of all, the Year of Fears is something that is going to help you confront some of your fears. Now, I'm not going to make you eat any bugs. I'm not going to make you jump out of any planes or do anything crazy like that, because it's not about that. Most of our fears that are preventing us from moving forward are internal fears, things that we need to face ourselves. So we're going to talk about other fears and blocks that you have that are holding you back. I'm going to show you how to gain time freedom. I'm going to show you how to get what you want, because for example, this weekend, I'm going to City Summit in Los Angeles, and I'm so excited to be going as a VIP. And that would not have happened had I not faced my Year of Fears in 2015. I'm not going to make you confront fears every single day. This isn't about that. This is not about repeating exactly what I did. If you want to face fears every day, yes, more power to you, because that's going to totally change your life. But what this is about is to show you how to work through those fears, okay? And I'm going to show you how to become an authority in your space so that people are clamoring to work with you. I'm going to share secret weapons that all the gurus are using to make thousands, and some of them even millions and millions of dollars. And I'm going to share all the secrets that I paid over $75,000 to coaches to learn. And I'm not even going to charge you $75,000. I'm going to charge you a lot less. So I'm going to show you how to relieve overwhelm. I'm going to show you how to rid yourself of FOMO, FOMO, which is the fear of missing out, so that you can gain more control over your life. Excuse me a second here. I guess I don't talk that much usually. It was just funny. And I'm going to show you how to increase your income like Amanda did. If you are ready for that, drop a yes, I'm ready in the comments below, or drop I'm ready or whatever in the comments below. So here's how we're going to do it. I have created the Year of Fears. It's an online course. It's a course where you're going to be in a mastermind group with other people, and I'm going to share with you some of the things we're going to get. Now, the course value is $24.77. You're going to be in a private Facebook community group valued at $500. 2 times a month, we're going to do group calls. We're going to talk about various fears that everybody is facing, and we're going to work through them. And the value of that is $499. And then you're going to be in a mastermind group collaborating with other group members. And it's in this private Facebook community group. You know what? And the thing is that groups are totally priceless. I mean, groups are really awesome, especially when you're in a group of people who all have fears, just like you have fears. And trust me, everybody in the group has some sort of fears. I still have fears. I'm still working through my fears. I work through my fears every day. So did I have a fear of doing this webinar? Yes. Am I doing it? Yes. Because I'm facing my fears. So I let my desire and my faith, my faith that I can do this is so much stronger than the fear that I have towards it, you know? So here I'm doing it. So the total value of everything there is $3,476. Now, today I have 7 spots left in the group at the 60% off. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a 72%. Scratch that. It's not 60. It's 72% off discount. So I have 7 spots left at that discounted price. So instead of $34.76, you're going to pay today monthly $98.90. So less than $100 a month. Or if you want to pay in full, you'll get basically 2 months free. Pay in full for $990.80 if you pay that in full. Go to livinglive.tv/YOF course. And again, that's today. You know, we have the 7 spots available until I sell those 7 spots. I'm still going to give the 72% discount. So you got to make sure you're one of the first to get that though. And then next we got, what happened? Uh-oh. Hold on. Something happened here. Oh, that's not the right slide. Okay, one of my slides isn't working, so I'm not going to be able to show it. The bonuses. Okay, so I'll go back to this one and tell you guys about the bonuses. You're going to get, if you sign up today, but only today. Well, for the replay viewers, you know what? Let's say if you sign up, because I want to make sure replay viewers have an opportunity also. If you sign up by Friday, which is going to be the 5th of January, if you sign up by Friday, the 5th of January at 6 p.m., I better write a note to myself so I remember. So Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, if you sign up by then, you'll get a one-on-one coaching session with me. And you'll also get that every single quarter, okay? You'll get that every single quarter. But then also, if you sign up today, you will get a 30-minute interview on my show. Now, if that makes you nervous, that's good. We want you to do it. So make sure you sign up today. So the value of the 30-minute interview is $300, and then the one-on-one session with me that you'll get once a quarter is valued at $500. So that brings the total value up to $4,276. And that slide's not showing because I don't know about you guys. I'm a visual person. So today, you have to make a decision of what you're going to do. Do you want your life to be the same today as do you want your life to be the same as 1 year from today? Do you want your life to be the same? You make the decision on what you want to do. If nothing changes, everything stays the same. So what you need to do is just go and register. Again, it's livinglive.tv/YOF course. And then at the end of the course, you're going to give me a testimonial about how amazing the course is and how it changed your life. So you guys, this is proven and it's working now. How do I know? Well, look at Amanda. It worked for her really well. It worked for me. Oh my gosh, it's just absolutely amazing. How much do you want to change your life? How strong is your desire to change your life? Are you ready to step into success and stop talking about how you want to be successful? Step into it. Ask your higher self and ask, what would she do? So remember, the biggest things that hold people back are fear and time. The fact that you can never get your time back. But the year of fears, it solves both for you. How would that feel to have no more fear? Well, little fear, because I can't promise no fear. I can promise that we will work on your fears and we will help you break through those fears so that you can make changes in your life. I can promise you that for sure. But how would it feel with no fear, no procrastination, saving years and years and saving thousands and thousands of dollars? So learn how to expand your mind, thereby expanding your business and becoming seen as the true leader in your area. So you have two choices right now. Continue on the same path that you're on, or take action and make that next 12 months your best 12 months ever. Again, it's 72% discount only today. The value is the total value, because if you sign up today, I'm sorry, the 72 discount goes through Friday. What day did I say? Let me make myself a note here. Friday at 6 p.m., January 5th. And the bonuses that you get is 30-minute interview on my show, Living Live, as well as a one-on-one session with me every quarter. And those are valued at $800 themselves. So the total value is actually $4,276. And if you sign up, if you're one of the 7 people who signs up, then you get it at a 72% discount. It's going up to $247 after these 7 spots are sold. And it's nothing I can do about it because the system actually makes it go up to $247. I have no choice. So you guys sign up today, livinglive.tv, YOF course. If you have any questions, please go ahead and put them in the comments below. See, Sylvia knows it works. Yeah, I've been working with Sylvia Sylvia, I think I met you 2 years ago, right? I think it was 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. I think it literally was 2 years ago, right? It was December of 2015. December of 2015. It was part of my year of fears. So here's how I met Sylvia. I'll share with you guys really quick how I met Sylvia. And that was that, let me remove that. Okay. How I met Sylvia is I decided I was going to put on an event. Let me go the other way around. Okay. I decided I was going to put on an event called a speaker's open mic. And the event was held December 26th of 2015. Yeah. And I literally thought about 5 or 6 people were going to show up. And I think there were a total of, it wasn't a whole lot of people, but there might've been like 14 people. But the day after Christmas, that's why I didn't think anybody was going to show up, because it was the day after Christmas. So I held this event and Sylvia was there. She was absolutely awesome. She spoke and the speakers open mic, which I'm going to be doing again, you guys. Oh my gosh, I should announce that right now. Get ready. Speakers open mic is coming back. It's coming back. I'm going to do it the 3rd Monday of every month, starting the 3rd Monday of this month, which I believe is the 15th. So I'm hoping that you guys will be there. But anyway, the speakers open mic. And so I held this event. And this was one of the things that I discovered about how I have an ability to help people who are scared to do things. I have an ability to relax them to the point that they feel comfortable doing them. And so there were 4 people in the audience who ended up speaking that day who had never, ever spoken before in their life. And they felt compelled to do it because they felt so comfortable in the space that I had created. And it was one thing I learned about myself, again, like that I have this ability to help people work through their fears and do something that they're scared of doing. Well, anyway, I met Sylvia there and she was absolutely amazing. And she ended up joining my mastermind group and she's just been an incredible addition to my life. It's the same with everybody in the mastermind groups that I've, had. And, but I'm just looking forward to seeing what 2018 holds for you, Sylvia. I know it's going to be extra big and extra heart-filled because you love hearts. But yeah, it's so much fun. I'm loving it. You guys, I'd love to see you, join the course. Again, I'm going to put this up here. livinglive.tv/YOF course. I don't know if I can type it in the comments. There I can. So it's in the comments below. Last night, for some reason, I wasn't able to type anything in the comments while I was live on Be Live. I'm not sure why. But go and click on the link in the comments. And again, it's 72% savings for the next 7 people, but only for the next 7 people. After that, the price goes up, you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm going to head out. I have a mastermind meeting I need to go to one of my coaches because, like I said, I truly believe in coaching, and I think coaching is so important because there's things that are going on in your own life and in your mind that a coach can see through. Like, they're the ones who can fill in those spots, fill in those gaps, and help you discover what it is that you need to do differently. And so I'm on my way to my meeting with my coach, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Kristen, I know I'll see you tonight. Sylvia, you're coming too, right? I think I'm not sure. You just got back from Argentina. I know. So it's kind of pushing it, but hopefully I'll see you tonight over there too. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I almost said Merry Christmas, but Happy New Year. And here is to a very prosperous and loving life, fulfilled to the brim. Yeah. Flourishing, prosperous, amazing life. Good night now.